The other thing I want to mention is not only you steal from people, but you lie to people. Thing about this cancer and you're dying and you're trying to gain sympathy from people. 5-4, the State of Ohio versus Julie Strickland. Ms. Strickland is before the court with counsel. We're here for sentencing and final probation violation hearing. Has everyone reviewed the pre-sentence investigation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
First off, with regard to case number 42112, does the defendant wish to have a hearing, or does she wish to admit to the violation?
At this time, she would admit to the violation, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Strickland, on that case that you were on supervision for, you understand you're entitled to have a hearing? You're entitled to have a hearing. You wish to waive that hearing and admit to the violation?
Yeah.
All right. The court's going to find that you have violated the terms of your community control under case number 42112. Anything else, Mr. Goodyear, on the sentencing case?
Your Honor, regarding sentencing, I know that, first of all, I would note that the victim's representative is present today in court. She spoke to you the last time, so she does not wish to speak again, but she is present.
Which case? Is that
On the new case.
That was one of the victims, right?
It was
there were multiple victims.
Correct. So we have 3 businesses that were victims because the checks were cashed at their location, but the checks were stolen from a gentleman who's passed away, and this is his daughter that is here in court today. And like I said, she spoke to you last time as well. So, Judge, you want me to speak to sentencing on both cases?
Yes.
Okay. So I know you've had a chance to, you're well aware of Ms. Strickland's record. It is not an exaggeration to say she's a lifelong thief. She is someone who, frankly, has taken advantage of people and relationships to her benefit and only her benefit for many, many years. And then on top of that, as we've discussed in chambers and in this courtroom previously, she then perpetrates a fraud on this court, claiming that she has cancer and used that false diagnosis to her benefit a number of times regarding this case. And so I think that Ms. Strickland has shown that she is never going to change, and the only option for her is to be sent to prison so she can not be out of in the community harming other people. So the state would ask the court to impose a prison sentence in this case. I think that would be the appropriate outcome.
Anything from probation?
Nothing in addition to what was discussed in chambers.
Anything on behalf of the defendant?
Your Honor, at this time, Ms. Strickland has provided a restitution amount to my office, which has been placed in a trust account, and my office has written a check for the Warren County Clerk of Courts for the amount of $4,000 for her restitution. I also have a certificate of completion. I have several certificates of completion for 30 hours of completed online alcohol and drug education for A New Direction. I believe also Ms. Strickland has provided me with medical documentation where she has been present with and met with a pain clinic several times over the last 2 years for pain management. I would just at this time request a minimum sentence.
Ms. Strickland, is there anything you'd like to say?
Is there anything you would like to say?
I'm sorry for everything I've done, past and future.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry for the stuff I've done from the past and future, and I'm reaching out for help.
Ms. Strickland, you started your criminal offenses back in 1990 down in Kentucky, right?
Yes.
1990, this is 2026. That's 36 years of you stealing from people. Have you ever had something stolen from you?
Yes.
Not a good feeling, is it?
It's bad.
Especially when you steal from people that are your family, friends, and people that have placed trust in you, and you turn around and steal from them. Horrible feeling. It really causes people to just distrust their neighbor more and more. This is pretty disgusting, and quite frankly, you did this last one with the stealing the checks and stuff. I guess it happened just before I sentenced you. So while you're awaiting sentencing on this one felony theft case, you go and do it again to multiple people. It's pretty aggravating. So At this time, the court is going to find that you are, I've considered the statements made here today, the purposes and principles of sentencing, the relevant seriousness and recidivism factors. The court is going to find today that you are not amenable to community control and that prison is necessary to fulfill the purposes and principles of sentencing, including punishment, deterrence, and protection of the public. Probation would certainly not adequately punish you and would demean what's happened in this case throughout your history. The other thing I want to mention is not only you steal from people, but you lie to people. You make up this whole thing about this cancer and you're dying and you're trying to gain sympathy from people, and apparently it works because people fall for it. But your extensive criminal history, you haven't responded to previous sanctions, and this last opportunity you went out and you just did it again. And I think you'll continue to steal from people because that's just who you are. So, gotta make sure I get this right. Under case number 42112, the court is going to order you to serve 9 months in prison. Under case number 42654, the court is going to order you to serve 12 months in prison on count 1, and then 12 months in prison on the remaining 3 counts of forgery. The 12 months on and I don't know, the count numbers are 3, 5, and 7, I believe.
That's correct, Judge.
Those will all be served concurrent with count 1. But count 1 will be served consecutive to your sentence in case number 42112. The court does find a consecutive sentence is necessary to punish you and to protect the public. It is not disproportionate to the conduct or the danger that you pose to them, and your criminal history demonstrates that a consecutive sentence is necessary to protect the public. You are also subject to a discretionary period of post-release control, which means when you are released, the adult parole authority may supervise you for up to 2 years. If you violate that supervision, the adult parole authority can return you to prison for up to 1/2 of this court's original sentence. If your violation is that you commit another felony, you can be returned to prison for 1 year, or the period that you have left on PRC, whichever is longer, that time would run consecutive to any additional prison time you get sentenced to. What's a jail time credit?
137 days, Judge.
137 days, all of that applied to case number 42112. Other than that, the court finds that you're indigent for the purpose of any fines, costs, or financial sanctions. The court will accept the restitution payment today that you have paid on that, and I think that's all on the first case, right?
I'm sorry.
That's all on the first case?
The restitution amount?
Or is that all of it?
It's for both.
For all of it,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right. So there will be no restitution ordered at this time. There may be opportunities for you to receive up to 1 day per month for participating in certain programs sponsored by the Department of Corrections. You do have a right to appeal the court's decision of your sentence to the 12th District Court of Appeals. If you want to appeal, you must file your notice of appeal within 30 days of today's date. If you can't afford to pay for the transcript or anything necessary for your appeal, that can all be provided to you at no cost. Mr. Goodyear, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Justin, take it.
And there it is, the moment the judge completely shuts the door on probation. What makes this case so powerful isn't just the theft allegations. It's the court's conclusion that the defendant repeatedly manipulated trust, sympathy, and even serious illness claims to avoid accountability. The judge made it clear that this sentence wasn't only about punishment, it was about protecting the public after decades of repeated offenses and failed second chances. Even though restitution was paid and certificates were presented to show some effort toward rehabilitation, the court ultimately believed the pattern of behavior outweighed those last-minute attempts. Legally, the consecutive prison sentence sends a strong message. When someone continues committing crimes while already under court supervision, judges often view that as proof that community control is no longer effective. Now the big question goes to you: do you think the judge made the right call here? or should rehabilitation have been given one more chance? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.